Disturbed and Daughtry at the Chase Center in San Francisco, Saturday, May 10th. Tickets go on sale this Friday at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. That is this Friday, October 18th. Don't sleep on that because you will miss out. Right, Mike?
That was really good. That was
almost
really
like I
good.
do this for a living.
It was almost like you did it once or twice and didn't rehearse it at all.
No, not even a little bit. Actually, that is literally the third time I've said it because I had to say it once to Q Prime on the way in, once to the station management on the way in, and then once just now.
It sounded perfect each time.
Did it?
Yes.
Thank you. Phew. Apparently, I can still do this job. So, 25th anniversary, kind of crazy.
It is.
You and I did an interview, like, in the way back.
Okay.
I want to say it was like a mayhem.
Okay.
That far back.
Okay, that would make sense, sure.
Yeah, and at that point, I asked you.
Oh, God.
So, you guys have kind of done it all at this point. We were both new, right? No. And I was like, how do you like challenge yourself now? You know, you had the big multi-platinum selling album, the big single, the tours around the world. You know, you were like established, and well, now that on 11.
You know, we're so blessed to be able to do what we do for a living, playing music for a living, and then here we are 25 years later, not just still around, but relevant and still kicking ass. It's a pinch me moment so many times. It's you go back to when we did the last interview you're talking about. At that moment, we thought we were there, right?
Yeah.
And who knew there was still more? So, I mean, I guess where we are now, I mean, the sky's the limit. We're just going to keep doing what we do and working hard and just writing the music that makes the hair on the back of our neck stand up. And that's it. Yeah.
What would be on the Disturbed verbal vision board these days? Like, looking into the future, not just 26, 27, 28, 30, 35.
Oh, man.
I know.
That's a great question.
Right? I mean, because now you can look at, you've got Metallica, you've got the Rolling Stones. I mean, the examples are there. There's a path. You can actually visualize it.
I mean, I don't know, maybe immortality?
Yeah? Okay. Vampires.
Well, that would be fun, too.
That would be the next step.
I don't know. It's hard to say because we're still just blown away by everything. We're always very nostalgic, and we always reminisce about so many things. And with the teaser clips that were coming out before the announcement of the tour, and the postings that they were putting out on social media about the 25-year anniversary next year, we haven't seen a lot of this stuff in a while, and so it feels like we were reliving everything, and just looking back, like, to what we looked like, what we sounded like, and everything that was going on in our lives, and how much
you
has
look
changed.
exactly the same.
Yeah, sure, okay. Thank you.
It's not a bad thing. You just have a completely different look.
Yeah, no, I get bored easy. Maybe ADHD or something like that. I'm constantly changing the look because I get bored.
Take me down memory lane. Go to analog lane and tell me some of the things that really surprised you that were coming out from this 25th anniversary retrospective.
It was really fun to see some of our old school like photos. Going back to, there was this place in Chicago in the south suburbs called Champs, a little dive bar. At the time, we were considered too heavy to play the downtown Chicago scene. Like, there were these clubs, like all the hip places, the Metro and the Double Door and those things. Smashing Pumpkins played there, and Local H and Veruca Salt and all that style of bands. Like, we weren't cool enough to be part of that circle, so we just kind of made our own scene. And so we went down to the South Side bars where we were from, and we made a little like scene together. And with some of the other local bands we were friends with, we just, I don't know, we just created our own sort of marketing team and a street team, and we would just play out all the time. And just seeing some of these pictures just brings us back.
Is anybody still around, those bands that you played with back then, that you could name check?
Unfortunately, none of the bands as a band exist at all anymore. We still have several friends that we keep in contact, that we run into and whatnot, but no, I mean, we're flying the flag for everybody these days.
So
and it's really cool because the friends that we do still know that used to be in the bands that we play together, they're like, God, we're so proud of you guys. Like, you're like just raising the flag, carrying the torch for all of us.
That's a lot of responsibility.
Well, not that you put it that way. Damn it.
So what can we expect from the 25th anniversary show? Is it going to be specifically the Sickness album, or is it going to be a full retrospective? How do you choose between the children of what to put in the set list?
Okay, so we've already announced that basically it's going to be like 2 acts. The first act's going to be the Sickness front to back. Second act's going to be greatest hits. Okay. Plenty of surprises, especially from a production standpoint. We're planning on producing the biggest tour we've ever done. Lots of fire, lots of lights, lots of toys, and a lot of maybe some memorabilia, some stuff from back in the day. Yeah.
So how did you decide to bring Daughtry out with you on that tour?
He was the only one available and said yes. No. No. There was a great
just kidding,
list of,
Chris.
Yeah, no, just kidding. No. We know Chris, he's great. We play last year. He came out to one of the shows, Nashville or something. He came on stage, did a song with us. It was freaking awesome. There was plenty of bands that submitted, but we wanted to figure who fits us, who's going to bring other fans. Maybe we can win over the net. He has more women in his audience. Maybe we can win some of them over, right?
Now we know the real answer.
Yeah. He brings the women over. Plus, I want to figure out how to get as big as shoulders as he does.
So he's going to be a trainer too.
Chris,
you better look at the fine print on that contract. You might have to show up at 8 a.m. and train everybody every day.
No, it's actually also kind of funny. This didn't go into the decision making, but the way that it works out is so back in 2001. Disturbed went overseas to Europe for one of our first times as main support to Marilyn Manson, and our original bass player at the time had an accident and was injured and couldn't make the trip over. So we had a guy that was a friend of ours back in the day fill in for us. His name's Marty O'Brien, and he currently plays bass for Chris now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Marty.
Yeah. Marty O.
I think he was with Lita Ford when
he was with Lita Ford for quite a while, and he goes back to the original days of being in a band called Kilgore. They used to be on Giant Records, which is where we were signed to Giant Records.
Small world.
Yeah.
Now,
so us and Marty toured Europe together in 2001.
We did the Monsters of Rock cruise together, where I'm a host on the Monsters of Rock cruise.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
So small world, dude.
It is. It's just, it gets smaller every damn day.
So with the retrospective, you guys being from Chicago, is there going to be some Chi-Town flavor that you're infusing into the show?
There's a lot of people that are curious, and I just don't want to give all the secrets away just yet,
enough.
There's a lot of stuff that's still in the works, a lot of stuff we're talking about.
Negotiating Chicago dogs with Aramark or...
Yeah, hey.
I'm just saying.
Somebody write that one down. We need to put that in there. I like it. Absolutely.
So starting in Chicago, but now being a worldwide phenomenon, how do you bring that flavor with you everywhere you go? Besides the hot dogs.
We gotta just talk like a bunch of Chicago guys over by there, and some hot dogs and some pizza.
It's all about the socks.
Yeah, it's all about the sauce.
The Bears.
The Bears. Yeah. I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I guess maybe we just have Midwestern values. We like to work hard. We like to play hard. Everything we do, we take pretty seriously, but we like to have a good time too. So, I don't know.
On that note, one of my favorite things of all time is tour pranks.
Oh.
So
now I know what you're going to say. Okay.
No, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to ask you so that you can say best tour prank.
Okay.
Pulled or pulled on you, either or, your choice.
Okay, so the best one that was ever pulled on us was in 2000 Ozfest. We were one of the side stage bands, and there was another band called the Deadlights, and we got really close with those guys. And they came out. It was, I want to say it actually may have happened here in Sacramento, if I'm not mistaken. Whatever the big amphitheater is out there.
Cal Expo?
Mountain View? No.
Oh, that's Shoreline, Mountain View. Shoreline,
okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, they come
that
out.
was the show. That's the one we were at.
Okay.
Okay. I see what you mean.
We what do you call it? We were up on stage, and they come out with squirt guns, and they just start soaking us with squirt guns, and we're up there playing really? You're cooling us off. It's crazy hot out right now in the middle of summer. Well, that was the prelude to where they came out and brought bags of flour. They wanted to make sure we were nice and wet so the flour stuck. And there was...
Just in case you weren't sweaty enough.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, David Draymond is a bald man, and so there was this mound of dough that was steaming on his head for the rest of the set. So that's probably one of the best that ever happened to us.
He cooked manna.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically the recipe, right? Flour and water.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, well, he had a little doughboy head going on there. It was pretty funny.
Oh gosh. Okay. I have 1,000 things I could ask you between now and then, but we're a little short on time.
Okay.
So I did. Last time we talked about Bay Area thrash, and how you were a big fan, and I think that's,
Testament was one of my favorites.
Yes.
Still is.
And I think that's how we found out that we were both friends with Paul Bostaph. And I talked to him this morning, and he wanted to ask you a question.
Okay, I'm a little scared now.
You don't have to be scared. He's actually super nice about it.
Hey, Mike, what's going on, dude? Paul Bostaph here. Been a long time, brother. How you doing? That's not the question I wanted to ask you, though. So my question to you is, what kind of drummer do you feel you are? Do you feel you're a rock drummer? Do you feel you're a metal drummer? Do you feel like you're a progressive drummer? For me, I feel like I'm a metal drummer, but also kind of classic rock influence as well. So kind of somewhere in between all that. So anyway, man, dude, have a good show. And or if you already played, hope you had a good show. And dude, stay metal or rock and roll or whatever you are. All right, man.
Oh, it was actually like a very serious question. It was
right after I interviewed him, so we were in a very serious interview mood.
Yes. Wow. Normally we're slamming drinks back. I thought there was going to be something smart-ass there.
No,
but,
it was first thing this morning, so it was all coffee.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Pour over.
To answer him, I would just say that I consider myself a rock drummer.
Mm-hmm.
I like to play sometimes more complex polyrhythms, but I also just like to lay 4 on the floor, keep the beat for the guys. I'm not overly flashy or overly fancy or overly fast, but I love playing power groove. So I would say mostly just a rock drummer who likes to maybe dabble with a little. I like to dip my toe in the metal water a little bit. That's what I would say.
Nice. And then Baby Huey's got a question for you here real quick, so I'm going to swap out with him.
Oh, no, you can stay right there. It's all good. No, it's fine. What's up, Mike? What's going on, man?
How you doing, dude?
Dude, okay. Everyone knows I'm a huge wrestling fan.
Okay.
I love WWE. I love it all. Of course, back in the day, Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's my all-time favorite wrestler.
Can I get a hell yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Also Kerry King's favorite wrestler.
Oh, nice.
So, we all know Stone Cold's theme song, entrance music, iconic. You guys redid it, your version of it. I just would love to know how that came to be. How'd you guys redo Stone Cold's Shattering Glass theme song?
I don't exactly remember how the opportunity came. I just think that maybe the WWE or F at the time maybe asked us if we'd be interested. I don't remember how we got the opportunity. We were like, are you kidding me? Like, this is amazing. And yeah, man, we were able to do it. It was pretty awesome. I wish we were granted. First of all, we were very appreciative of the opportunity, but we were also like we were only allowed to do like that much to it. We weren't like to do like our thing to it.
Okay, to kind of stay true to the entrance music.
Well, we wanted to stay true to it, but we were very like limited as what we could do to expand, and it is what it is. We're still proud of it, still happy.
Did you get to meet Stone Cold?
We did actually, and Vince McMahon too. We when the song debuted as his new version of the intro, there used to be a WWE cafe in New York City in Times Square. So we flew out and we actually performed the song live. And Stone Cold comes out and we met Vince backstage. It was incredible.
That's
super
awesome.
incredible because back then I used to love all those guys like WWF, WCW.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man.
Also, real quick, since we are the Bay Area's rock station, I do got to acknowledge, for a quick period of time, you lived in my hometown.
Yes, sir.
Of Alameda, representing.
I did.
Please, just your experience living in Alameda.
I loved it. It was the first time for me that I got to like venture outside of Chicago. I was a younger kid, and to me, I was living the dream. I got the audition with the band. I flew out. I threw my drums in the back of my van, drove across country, and that was like I was making it. Even though I had no money, we had no food. I lived in the band's rehearsal space. I had a cot and a sleeping bag behind my drums, and that's where I lived. I showered maybe once every 2 weeks when my band members were, because there was no shower in that place.
Yeah.
When my band members' girlfriends were off at work, they'd sneak me into their place, and I'd get to shower every once in a while and maybe sneak a meal. But you know what? I was loving it. I was living the dream.
Come to find out, we were neighbors. We're like 3 blocks apart. So where I live in Alameda, a few blocks from, you were telling me, the old movie theater, which has been remodeled, looks beautiful. But at the time, it was shut down and converted to a gym, like a gymnastics place. But you were standing
Right.
upstairs where you were rehearsing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't think I was supposed to be living there at the time. We just had a rehearsal
Different
space,
time
but
period.
nobody knew.
Live
right?
workspaces, they're super popular
Right.
now.
Had I known you were there, I would have just come around the corner and shower at your place, dude.
Right?
Damn it.
You totally could have.
Had a hot dog at Pampered Pup.
I do. The fact you know Pamper Pup, that is an Alameda institution. So
Is
no.
it still there?
Oh yes, it's still there.
That's awesome.
Yes, I had. It's like a really spicy sriracha sauce thingamajig. It was awesome.
Nice.
But yes, no. When you come to Chase Center, you're more than welcome to stop by. If you
I
need
need
a
to
shower.
go there. Okay.
We got a shower room for you already.
Sounds good.
Disturbed, the 25th anniversary tour with Daughtry is coming to the Chase Center in San Francisco on Saturday night, May 10th. Tickets go on sale this Friday, October 18th at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Cheers.